So I am trying not to fangirl right now because one of my favorite shows, it's not even like a secret, it's not a guilty pleasure. I am all about Love Island. Joining
Oh,
us,
really?
I know,
Hey,
I've
the
never talked about
games,
it
Love
before.
Island games, baby.
So when Peacock announced that they were taking Love Island and like kind of flipping it around and making Love Island games, did they contact you and say, "All right, Ray, we want you to come back"?
Yeah, pretty much they contacted like previous Islanders and they were like, yo, we're putting something together. It's gonna be like Love Island, but we're gonna have some more competitive nature about it. And are you guys interested? And then yeah, I said I was interested and I ended up on the show.
It's funny because from the very first episode, before anybody walked in, you were like, Amani. And then in walks Amani, and you were like,
Yeah, like I watched a little bit of season 5. So when I seen her on season 5, I was like, oh my God, like she. So like when they like when Sally and Justine was like, yo, are you interested in seeing anyone here? I was like, yeah, of course, Imani. So when she walked through the door, I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like it literally was so crazy because I'm talking to Justine and Sally, and as soon as I said her name, it literally legit, how you guys seen it on camera, and no more than 30 seconds later, like she walked through the door. And I was already hot. It was hot in Fiji. It was like 120 degrees. So when she walked the door, I was drenched in sweat. I'm like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh
like
shoot.
150 at that point. Then.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You're
Crazy.
about ready to pass out. You're hallucinating.
I'm like, yo, am I seeing things straight? Justine's like, yo, that's her. That's her. I was like, no way. This is too soon. This is too soon.
So comparing the two, Love Island versus Love Island games. I mean, of course, Love Island games more competitive, but between the two, which one did you enjoy more?
I like Love Island games because you didn't have to really focus on love if you didn't want to. You can literally go in straight for the games and like kind of maneuver your way to the end. You feel me? But Love Island, it's like if you aren't there for love, you're getting voted off by the audience in 2.5 seconds. The next day, there's an elimination. Audience vote, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? So Love Island games was a little different where like you can literally have strategy and gameplay and literally not be frowned upon for that. You know?
Do you think sorry, lost my question for a second. Do you think that with the games, the challenges, they seem a little more gross on games, on Love Island games, than versus like the actual show? Did you find that?
You said they seem a little bit more what?
Like gross, like with the
oh my God,
and then the seaweed and finding the words and
yo, the spit in my cup challenge was crazy. The one where you had to like spit in your partner's mouth. It was like vinegar and all type of something concocted into this big barrel. And I like legit threw up in Jess's face one time. They didn't show it, but I was like just so sorry.
Well,
like,
some people are into
so
that
nasty.
though.
It was so
like,
nasty.
Some people are into spitting. Like that's
not that liquid. That was
no, that was nasty. That was so nasty. And like it was so nasty to the point where I couldn't even talk during the challenge. I was like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. Jessica, we're gonna have to thug this out. Let's do it. But I was dying. Both of us were dying. And Jess is so hilarious. So being partnered with her, she's going through it. She is cursing up a storm while
she's got a mouth on her.
Yeah, she is. She was like one of the greatest partners. She is so funny to be with. I was with her literally like half the season. So it was dope being with Jess. She's funny.
So how long do the challenges take? Because for us, we see them and they might pass 5, 6, 8 minutes, but like how long do they take for you guys?
Hours. So like that first challenge, where we had the suits on and we were popping the balls and the seaweed challenge, that one took hours. Like we were baking in the sun, you know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was so fun, but like we had to reset. Remember, like each person has to have like a full ball of ink.
Right.
And then they had to redo the set where they had to bust through the wall and then redo the tank. So like it was crazy, but it was fun. Like we had such a great time, you know what I mean? But it took a long time.
So in the days you're not doing challenges, what's your typical day like? Because all we see is you guys with your drinks and your water bottles.
Just cheering and having fun all the time, right? Honestly, every day was active. Every day something happened. We either had a duel. It was like a schedule. Like we knew if we didn't have a duel, we're about to have a challenge. If we didn't have a challenge, we're about to have a duel. We're about to have a night game or something. So it was very few days where we were just chilling. Love Island games is nonstop. That's the difference, I would say, also, because with Love Island, like you have down days where you're just relaxing and just cooling and just like just chat. I think we had a few of those, but like you were active. You were active. I forgot about my life outside of Love Island in there because we were just so busy and so stressed all day. Like, yo, you can make it through one day and you're like, I might not make it through the next. You know what I'm saying? This could be my last day here.
So watching it back now after you've lived it, like how does that experience feel for you?
It feels good. It was one of the best experiences I ever had. Like, my cast is amazing from start to finish. Everyone who came in, they were so dope. We all meshed so well. And everyone just so like funny and they can take jokes. So like, when we're going through the challenge and we're kissing each other's girls and doing all type of funny stuff, like no one's taking it personal. You know what I
Right.
mean? No one's taking it personal. We know it's the games. If you're getting voted out or anything, no one took it to heart where they were just like, oh, I hate you. I don't like you. So I think this was a unique cast where like, everyone was cool and we just vibed and the energy was amazing. So I love the games. I had a great experience like from start to finish.
I got to tell you that heart rate challenge.
You see
Everybody,
my elf you see my elf costume? Yo, they put me in the elf costume, man. I was like, yo, this can't be real. No, this can't be real. Y'all trying to set me up. I'm going home tonight. I'm in the elf costume.
who picked the costume?
So it was actually very, very fair. So we had like a number, I think like 1 through 6 or like 1 through 7, the whatever number of guys that were in there and girls. So whatever number you picked is whatever place you chose your costume. So I just happened to choose the last number in the bucket or in the hat, and who wants to be an elf? So I was stuck being an elf.
Do you think any of your experience on the shows will definitely help you out later in life when it comes to relationships?
Any experience that's being in there, like with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I feel like Love Island is a unique experience in general. Just going there, you have no phones, you have no distractions. You really have to talk to people. Like you have to build relationships, and you kind of get to escape from the real world and just like you meet someone and someone's on their phone, and you guys are just like how you build relationships takes longer takes a longer time to actually get to a certain point. But in Love Island, you have none of that. So you skip all that and you build friendships and relationships really fast because you have no distractions. So like a relationship in the real world might take a couple weeks or a couple days and stuff to really get to this point. But like in Love Island, you might be there at the end of the day. You might be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Right.
sleeping with these people, you're hanging out, you're building memories, you're going through challenges. Like it's crazy, but it's so dope.
I
I
feel
love it.
like the games, I feel like the emotions were even more intense than just on regular Love Island because maybe because you've been through the experience already, but it feels like the connections were even faster.
Yeah, and with the games, it was super intense because you're always stressed. So like you're going through things with these people. You're going through things with your friends. You're going through things with your couple, your girl, whatever you have in there, and it's nuts. It's nuts.
Now, when you got and you mentioned this earlier on regular Love Island, it's the audience that votes and they vote you off.
Yeah.
But on Love Island games, it's up to you guys. How stressful is that for you?
Yeah, you have to build relationships in there. Like you have to legit politic and really put yourself out there. Because if you don't have the numbers, you are out of there. So like you got to make sure you are just in the field talking to people and really just like getting to know your castmates. Because and making alliances. Alliances was big too. Like so, if you don't have an alliance, you don't have people have your back. Like at the elimination, they're gonna ride with their alliance. And even if you're a friend, you guys didn't speak on being in an alliance, you're gone. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So here's a question. So Brooke is obsessed with this show. We've talked
Yeah.
about that, but people like Brooke who want to be on this show or in the
Yeah.
franchise, what are your words of advice?
I would say like never give up. Like a lot of people might apply and they might not get it that one season, that first season or second. And before I got into reality TV, I was in college and I told everyone like by the end of college, I'm gonna get on a reality TV show just for fun. And I got turned down, I think, for like from 2 or 3 different ones before I actually got on this. And I just did it for fun. I just was like going out to castings and just enjoying myself and just not really putting too much pressure on it. And then next thing you know, I ended up on Love Island. So my words of advice would be like, don't give up on yourself. Don't take it to heart. Like, you can make it to that next season. You can make it. The right show will pick you for you and love you for you. So don't be discouraged if you get turned down from the show that you really want to be on, because maybe it's not in your cards, but the next show might be even bigger and it might be for you. So just never give up. Just keep shooting your shot, you know?
All right, I have a weird question because we never really see you guys eat. What's the food?
Yeah. Oh, we do eat. We do eat. So we make our own breakfast and then they bring us lunch and dinner. Maybe it's just not. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe the viewers might not like us. Like I'm a crazy eater. I'm like, so I don't think they're gonna think I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? With no haircut in the kitchen, eating my chicken wings and whatever else they're bringing out. Like I'm a little crazy. So maybe they don't want to show that, but we do eat. I promise you. Swear.
I'm usually like eating dinner while I'm watching. I'm like, what? When do they eat?
I swear.
Well, Love Island Games is on Peacock. There's how many episodes left? Because last night was episode 14?
Yeah, so we have an episode tonight, Friday, Unseen Bits, Sunday, and Monday. So 5 episodes left. Crazy season. It's gonna get even crazier. Keep tuning in. You think it's been nuts so far. You know what I mean?
All right. So right
Stay
now,
locked in.
You things are switched up because of Callum and Jess.
Yeah.
They've kind of swapped up the couples. But back in the couples before, when you were with Imani, besides Imani, who's your favorite couple?
When I was like including myself or like
no, not including you and Imani, who would be your favorite couple?
My favorite couple. I love Jack and Justine, you guys know that. Shelly and Toby was cool. Johnny would whoever Johnny's with. I want to say whoever Johnny's my dog. I gotta go with Johnny because
Johnny and everybody, really.
Johnny and every girl he's coupled up with is my favorite because that's my dog. He made sure he was competing. He was out there doing his thing, and he had me entertained every day with a new story. So I want to say Johnny. Johnny's my favorite couple.
I gotta say Johnny handles getting yelled at very well. Because
he stayed very composed because I would have folded. I would have folded in all the situations, but Johnny was killing it this whole time.
Well, you know what? We are rooting for you. I hope you and Imani get back together, and I hope that it now things are still cool. I know we can't ask.
Yeah.
But we're rooting for you. Love Island Games on Peacock every day except for Saturday. 8:00 Central Time. Ray, you've been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you guys.
You too.
Talk soon.